As the Earth turns around itself and around the sun, you have day and you have night, and that's over a period of every 24 hours. At night we lie down to sleep. During the day we wake up, we stand up and we move. Now before we're born, we still move. We move around in our mother's womb. There's no day or night, no up or down, and we rely on our mother for oxygen and nourishment, discarding waste through her circulation. We encounter gravity for the first time after birth. We are born into gravity and we have to learn to live with gravity for the rest of our lives. We suddenly experience the pull of gravity directly downwards. We call it GZ. We then learn to move our head up and our feet down. We push up, resisting our weight, develop legs, and grow, resisting gravity to stand up, walk, run, grow, and especially play. Until it's time to lie again, to lie down again and sleep. You can feel the weight of your head on your pillow. Atkov, a Russian cosmonaut, once told me that it was the worst thing he felt in space, not feeling the weight of his head on his pillow to be able to sleep. Astronauts in space come back very weak, even after a few hours. They lose muscle and bone and are weaker. Back on Earth they feel faint because blood rushes away from their feet to their head. Sorry, the other way around. The blood rushes from their head to their feet and they start feeling faint. Heart size is reduced. To faint, we call it orthostatic hypotension. That's a drop in blood pressure when we suddenly stand up. Heart size is reduced. With longer time in space, endothelium lining is reduced. First, we thought these changes were due to inactivity. So we started teaching them and providing exercise in space. We needed a simulation model to be able to study the effects of spaceflight. And the best one turned out to be lying down in bed continuously. So we decided that this model of horizontal continuous bed rest was going to be our model of choice. First, we thought these changes were due to inactivity. So exercise seemed to be the answer, but it was not. We decided this model of continuous bed rest that produced the same changes as in space enables us to study countermeasures, how we could correct the changes we were seeing. Exercise in bed or head down, unfortunately, is not the answer. Exercise upright in space is marginally helpful. Exercise in bed rest is not better than standing up. Postural change at intervals is better than exercise. Lying in bed for long periods kills you. Now, think of that. The body atrophies. We have fear of falls when coming back from space. We have balance disorders. Prolonged sitting is not very different. It's also very harmful. So what's the answer? Avoid prolonged bed rest. Avoid prolonged sitting. We have to get patients out of bed even with supported standing. If we exercise, exercise upright. Alternate change in posture is one of the best countermeasures to prolonged sitting. You go to an office, you sit. You go anywhere and you sit all day long. And that is very, very dangerous. In 1969, in a better study of 4 days with standing or walking for 15 minutes on a treadmill at 4-hour intervals, I saw that standing was better than walking. Exercise is not effective in space as we know it. Exercise as we know it is not as effective in space. So we turned around to how could we provide gravity here on Earth as a measure of correcting the changes we saw in space, or the changes we see with prolonged sitting, with lying down, and generally with a sedentary life. The result, again, is that standing is better than walking. Exercise not effective in space, I'll say it again. Artificial gravity on a rotating centrifuge is more effective. It's not continuous, but intermittent, alternating at several intervals. It's better than once a day. Bed rest changes in all systems are similar to aging. This is what we observed. It was a big surprise that the changes we had observed in astronauts were very much like those of aging. Do not stay in bed or sit in a chair uninterrupted, or you will get old faster. Artificial gravity is a better solution and better than exercise.